What is good, everybody, man? It is your boy RDK, and today what we are going to do is, can James Harden win? You know he wants to join the Nets, the Sixers, a contender, not the Rockets though. So the Nets being, one of the most hyped up spots for Harden to land, we're going to put Harden on the Brooklyn Nets, and we're going to see, if he can in fact win a championship with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Now the thing about that is they're going to risk a lot of depth and a lot of their bench players to get Harden, because they're talking about Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, Jarrett Allen, Taurean Prince, all in the trade package for Harden. It's going to be a crazy trade if it actually does happen. But 2K21, we're on the next gen, so it's going to be one of the best simulation experiences that we can probably get. Before we get into it, you guys need to make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new. And hopefully this video is realistic. So let's get into it, man. I'm ready. Looking at the Brooklyn Nets roster, as you can see, we got Kyrie, James, KD. I don't know who that is at the 4. We got DeAndre Jordan, Joe Harris at the 6. So as you can see, they sacrificed a lot of their depth. They got Joe Harris as their 6th man. They got old man Jamal Crawford. And then they got some youngins deep down on the bench. So now let's take a look at the Rockets. This is what they ended up trading for Harden. Karis LeVert is going to start at the 2. I don't know why Eric Gordon's at the 3. He's very undersized, but he is at the 3. Robert Covington at the 4. And now they got a traditional big, Jarrett Allen. Spencer Dinwiddie at the 6. PJ Tucker can come off the bench now. Jeff Green, Daniel House, Austin Rivers, Ben McLemore, Taurean Prince. And then they got Tyson Chandler and DeMar. So they got a deep, deep team. We also have Chris Paul on the Suns. And we also have Dennis Schroeder on the Lakers. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and simulate right after All-Star break, just to see how the Nets are looking and how some of the other teams in the league are looking. And that way we can simulate through and just see what we got. So first I want to know what you guys think about that crazy Chris Paul trade to the Suns. I want to say the Thunder won the trade, to be honest, because Kelly Oubre Jr., he's really good. They traded dang near 4 players. Was it 3 or 4 players for him? I think it was 4 for Chris Paul. So I don't know how the Suns are going to be looking. They're going to be looking good. I mean, obviously, we're going to see how 2K puts them. See if they even in the playoff picture at all once we get to that point. And then, we got to see how the Thunder are going to be doing with Kelly Oubre. And then we want to see how the Rockets are also doing without Harden and a bunch of deep bench players. It's going to be crazy to think that this offseason is going to be crazy. And plus we have the draft on Wednesday night, which is another it's just all crazy right now. So, and another thing that makes it crazy is the season starts in less than a month. But now we're at the halfway point. You can see the Nets, they've been winning games, bro. They've been cooking. So let's go ahead and check their stats. 48-7 on the season. Boston is 37-17. Milwaukee and Toronto, both 36-20. Orlando, surprisingly, at the 5th seed, 35-20. Miami, 6th seed. Philly is at the 7th seed. And my Cleveland Cavaliers are actually in the playoffs for once. That's crazy. Atlanta, they're out on the outside looking in. Indiana's on the outside looking in. And then these bottom teams, they're about where you would have them. Now we need to go and check the Western Conference and see what the playoff picture is looking like over there. So we got LA in the front. LA Clippers at 2 seed. Utah, Dallas 3 and 4. The Pelicans are at 5th seed, so there's a big shocker there. And look at the Phoenix Suns. They're 29-27, but they are the 6th seed, so they are playing well. Houston, okay, so they're 28-28, and OKC 28-28. So those 3 teams that we wanted to keep an eye on are all in the playoffs right now. Golden State, who everyone thought was going to be back to normal, they're not looking good right now on 2K. And you got a bunch of teams at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and check the league leaders. We're going to check the points per games averages and stuff like that. Trae Young is leading the league in points. Dame's right after him. And obviously James Harden. But KD, they're on the same team. They're both averaging 29. And Kyrie's averaging 27. So you're pretty much getting almost 90 points per game from those 3 players. That's crazy to think about. I don't think that's ever been a thing ever. That much points per game from a group of players on the same team. But that's just the way it is, man. They're going crazy right now. So what we need to do now, we're going to simulate the rest of the season, get into the playoffs, and see what our playoffs are looking like now after the season is finished simulating. I want to know you guys' predictions. So who do you think is going to be the matchup in the finals on this 2K simulation? Who do you think? You think the Nets are going to win it? Let sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know, man, because I need to know from y'all. I need to hear from y'all. And like I said, man, make sure you guys sub to the channel. Make sure you leave a like. That's the number one thing you gotta do. Leave a like and sub. Put them post notifications on. And let me know also what kind of simulations you want to see. LeBron James is going to take home the MVP. 27 points, 11 assists per game, and 7 rebounds. He played pretty well this season, you know what I mean? Dylan Windler, Rookie of the Year, 1 points per game. I don't think there's many rookies in this simulation since the season's all messed up from the COVID and everything, so that's why he won Rookie of the Year. Hassan won 6th Man of the Year. Double-double off the bench. That's pretty good right there. Giannis bringing home the Defensive Player of the Year. 26.8 points per game, 14 rebounds, 6 assists, and then he averaged 1 steal and 1.8 blocks. RJ Barrett, Most Improved Player, 22 points per game. That's pretty good to see RJ, finding his groove, because RJ is he's a special talent. So obviously Steve Nash gonna win Coach of the Year. So here we are in the playoffs. We got Brooklyn taking on the Cavs in the first round. Toronto and Milwaukee, Boston, Orlando, Miami, Philly, and then we have Lakers, Pelicans, Jazz, Suns, Mavericks, Houston, and Clippers and Nuggets. So the Nets won game 1 against the Cavs. They scored 90 points between the 3 of them. Let's go ahead and simulate the second game. Brooklyn's up 2-0 on them. And again, them players pretty much scored 90 points again. So they're staying true to their season averages. Let's go ahead and simulate another one. The Cavs actually won game 3 in Cleveland. You can see Andre and K Love, they went off. Kyrie didn't score as well this game, but Andre and Kevin Love, they got the job done. We're going to go ahead and simulate another game to see what can happen. Now the Nets are up 3-1. So now we're here, 3-1, and look at the Cavs. They're going to take this win unless Harden can hit the 3, and he can't. So the Cavs are going to actually force a game 6. The Cavs are not going away easy against these Nets. The Nets thought they had it won, but they did not. So here we go. Game 6, and look at the Cavs. They're up by 6. James Harden with the dunk. Colin Sexton driving on Harden. Floater. He missed, but double T is there. 6-point game. Harden back at Sexton. Hit him with that patent step back 3. He missed. Jordan tips it in. Sexton again kicks it out to Kevin Love. That's automatic from mid-range if he's that wide open. 107-101. KD now driving on Kevin Porter Jr. He's going to get it to go. So they had to foul Colin Sexton on the inbound. He's going to knock the first one in. But can he knock the second one in? He can. So he's going to put him up by 6. The game was pretty much over from there. So we decided to just simulate it and let it run. And then we have game 7. And the Brooklyn Nets actually did not mess around this game. They came to play. And they did their thing. And they're going to move on to the Eastern Conference semifinals. After this big win against the Cavs, they finally, did what they had to do. So now we're here in the second round, and the Nets are going to take on the Raptors, and they're up 3-0. And they're in Toronto up 3-0, and they're going to go ahead and take this as well. A 14-point victory to move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. So the Nets are out here cooking now. They found their groove after going 7 games with the Cavs. They sweep the Raptors in the Eastern Conference semis. Now they got the Eastern Conference Finals. And they're going to take on the Miami Heat. So they're up 3-0 on the Heat as well. KD going to get the and one, put the icing on the cake. It's 122-102. He's going to get the 3-point play to go. And that's going to be the game. So now, the Nets, I was about to say the Cavs, the Nets are moving on to the NBA Finals. James Harden, I don't know why he's talking to, I don't even know, I think it's Tyler Hero, but they're going to move on to the NBA Finals, and who are they going to take on? That's the question. That is the question. There they are holding up the Eastern Conference Finals trophy. KD throwing that thing up high. So now we're at the NBA Finals. It looks like they're going to take on the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers had to beat the Pelicans, the Suns, and the Clippers to get here. So we should have a good series. So we're going to go ahead and simulate one game. And Brooklyn's going to take game one. They're going to win by 13 points. We're going to simulate another game. They're going to win game two by 27. So it looks like the Nets finally got their groove going. The Lakers are actually going to win. They're going to win by 20 points in game three. And now the Nets win again. We have a close game in game 6. So let's go ahead and get into it. Game 5, I'm in. My fault. And look at LeBron getting an easy bucket to close the gap to 1 point. Harden driving on Bron. Bron's locking up. Harden coming in. Easy bucket. Missed. Dwight Howard on the glass. Get the ball to LeBron if you guys know what to do. Kuzma to Schroeder. Schroeder over to AD. AD missed. Dwight's on the glass. And Dwight tries to put it up. DeAndre Jordan with the block. Dwight shot. Oh my god, Dwight made that. It's a 1 point game. Lakers up by 1. Harden has the ball in his hands. I think Harden's just going to try an ISO. They cleared it out for him. He's going to drive on Brown. He's going to pull up and hit the mid-range Jimmy. 102-101. LeBron has the ball. That's the man you want with the ball. And no one's going to cut him off, so he's going to come in for an easy layup. And LeBron's getting hype out here. His team is now up by 1. Harden has the ball. And now Harden has the ball. He's going to come in on Caruso. Oh my goodness. And one dunk on Alex Caruso by James Harden. Puts the team up 1. Can he get the 3-point play? Yes, he can. 2-point game now. Shooter's going to bring the ball up court. Oh, he's hitting with some fancy stuff. Tries to throw the lob to Dwight. And DeAndre Jordan steals it. The Nets can put the icing on the cake. KD has Alex Caruso on him. And they do get it to KD. This is a 99.9% bucket. KD gets it to drop. It's a 4-point game now. Lakers looking to get it in. They're trying to get it into Bron. He can't get open. Now he gets the ball. He's going to pull up for 3. LeBron missed. And they're going to get it to KD. Are they going to foul him? Now they foul KD. KD for the 1. He got it. He made the first, made the second. They're up by 6 now. LeBron bringing it up court. Has to do something quick. Gets the ball to Dwight. Dwight can't shoot threes. He's going to swing it over to Kuz. Kuz in and out. Harden with the rebound. Gives it to Durant. And he's going to get fouled. Durant made the first. Made the second. Now it's a 8-point game. The Lakers empty the bench. It looks like the Brooklyn Nets are going to win the NBA Finals with James Harden. They won the NBA Finals with James Harden, Kyrie, and Durant. And Kyrie wasn't even playing at the end there against the Lakers to win this NBA championship. Joe Harris is on the floor crying. That man's been wanting a ring, I guess. So James Harden finally gets his ring. You see my man AD shaking up with Steve. Schroeder shaking up with Steve. There they are with the trophy. Who is the Finals MVP, though? That's what we need to see. Where's that Finals MVP? Okay, James Harden. James Harden is the Finals MVP. KD's holding the trophy. Where's Kyrie? Oh, what are they pouring on their head? I don't know what kind of nasty stuff they drinking on, but that stuff dark black, bro. That don't look good at all. So the Nets have won the championship. I hope you guys enjoyed this simulation, man. Like I said, if there's any other simulations you want to see, make sure you leave them in the comments. And, you know, let me know what you guys want to see. And let me know what the deal is, man. Leave a like, subscribe, put post notifications on, man. And let's continue to get that work. Let's go. I'm out.
Wave. I'm in it for keepsake. In the field with the cleat lace. Beat freak with the bare face and a slick tongue. That's what she say. She look good. She a big tease when she bite lip with the wink face. Hella bad when she throwing it back. She bring that my way for the team play. For Pete's sake, I'm above average. I padded my stat. I gotta matter what he say. I'm the 2010 young LeBron James off the bat.